So now we're carrying on with trigonometry. Today you will be doing angles of elevation and depression, and there's our two new words in vocabulary. So angle of elevation, looking up; angle of depression, looking down. Okay, so two different angles: angle of elevation, angle of depression. Angle of elevation, so when you're looking up, so first of all, when you normally look, you are normally looking horizontal. So any motion of your eyes looking up or moving your head, you are actually going up. That's an angle of elevation, looking at something at a higher point. It could be the top of a building. It could be, the sun, the moon, a aircraft in the sky, etc., etc. So angle of elevation. All right, what's the difference between angle of elevation and angle of depression? Well, don't forget you're horizontal. Okay, you're looking horizontal, and then obviously if you are at the top of a hill, again you're looking horizontal. So these two guys, if you remember rightly, are parallel with each other. Okay, so if you are looking at an angle of depression, it's where you are looking down. But look at the problem you've got. Your angle of depression is not part of your triangle that fits in here. Okay, so you're actually working an angle out that's not within your triangle. So you either have to use the fact that this angle here is 90 degrees and subtract your angle of depression from 90 degrees in order to find your angle within inside the triangle, or the fact that you've got alternate internal angles and your angle of depression is the same as your angle of elevation. Okay, so here's angle 1, and again most of these questions are going to be in word form, so make sure you read it. So Leah wants to see a castle in an amusement park. She cites the top of the castle as an angle of elevation of 38 degrees, that's this guy, and she knows the castle is 190, that's this. Okay, if she is 5'5" tall, how far is she from the castle to the nearest foot? Well, like it says, and you know me, make a sketch. Then determine what it is that you need to find. Well, obviously you are not finding a hypotenuse, you've not been given a hypotenuse, so it's a tangent question. Okay, so again, working it out and taking it from that. First thing, take off her height, because that will give you automatically the base height, okay? And then you can put it in your trigonometry ratio, in this case a tangent, and then using your calculator. But again, make sure that you round it to the nearest foot. Okay, so the answer on a calculator is 236.1, but the actual answer to the question is 236. Remember to read the question. So here's question 1, example 1. Okay, target as per usual is the angle. So the 10 foot is opposite, and the length of the base will be the adjacent. All right, so it's a tangent question. There's the first thing you need to check. It's a tangent. You need the adjacent, and the adjacent is equal to the opposite divided by tan 20, or tan is equal to 10 divided by tan 20, and that will give us. And here's angle of depression. Okay, so from the helicopter, don't forget everything has to be horizontal. Okay, so we've got this guy here, which if you think about it, you've got a pair of parallel lines and your transversal. So your angle of depression, which is 42, is the same as your angle of elevation. All right, again, find out what it is. It's going to be a tangent question again. All right, rearranging it, or put it in the normal formula that you know, or rearrange it using the triangles. It's entirely up to you. Okay, so the calculator is 20.0, and it does say to the nearest foot, so it actually should be just 20 feet without the 0.0 in. So question 2, example 2. Read the question. A fan is seated in the upper deck of a stadium 200 feet away from the home plate. If the angle of depression to the field is 62, what is the height the fan is sitting? Well, the best thing to do, just draw a triangle. Okay, angle of depression is 62 degrees. So that gives you an angle of elevation of 62 degrees. Okay, and it's 200 feet away, and what you've got to find is whatever x is. So again, it's a tan question. All right, this time you want the opposite. So the opposite is going to be equal to tan multiplied by the adjacent, because don't forget the angle is your target. So x is going to equal tan 62, and you're going to multiply that by 200. So the height of the fan, which is x,